Uncovering the secrets and exposing the lies. That's what readers of freedomsphoenix.com get every day. Readers of freedomsphoenix.com are constantly provided the information that detail the real news between the lines of propaganda about government policies and the true relationship we all have with coercive governments. Learn the true condition of our economy, innovations and technological breakthroughs in energy, health, computer science, and space travel. Learn the truth well before it's admitted to in the lamestream media, the media that is so last century. Corporate media has evolved into nothing more than distributors of government propaganda, but we now have a fantastic alternative. freedomsphoenix.com provides constant news updates on the issues that affect our lives in the most important ways. Our liberty and our property are under constant attack, and freedomsphoenix.com provides the understanding behind the propaganda while encouraging the participation of our readers. Join us at freedomsphoenix.com. That's freedoms with an S, phoenix.com. freedomsphoenix.com, where the revolution between the ears has already matured.
It's time for Declare Your Independence with Ernest Hancock.
Believe me when I say we have a difficult time ahead of us. But if we are to be prepared for it, we must first shed our fear of it. I stand here without fear because I remember that I am here not because of the path that lies before me, but because of the path that lies behind me. I remember that for 100 years we have fought these machines. And after a century of war, I remember that which matters most. We are still here! Tonight, let us make them remember we are not afraid!
No fear, no fear. Well, I don't know. After talking to Sean, I'm a little afeared. You know, let me tell you some of the behind the scenes, stuff. And I told Sean, I go, I'm going to tell these stories, man. So you're going to tell me this stuff? Don't think I don't keep secrets. Uncovering the secrets, exposing the lies. This is, I'll give you an example. One of the stories was he's in David Schweikert's office, and an NPR, National Public Radio guy, comes in, and he sets a recording device with a microphone facing, the room the way he wanted it. And he set it down on the table, and then he walked in to interview David with, I guess, another recorder or something. So it's sitting there, and it is recording all these lobbyists coming in and talking and yakking and doing all that kind of stuff. So Sean asked me, he goes, now what would you have done, Ernie? Let it record, man. Go. And he goes, yeah. I go, you turned it off, didn't he? He goes, yeah. And I'm going, no. You let it go. Because, it's already done. And to think that Shadig's chief of staff would move over with Schweikert, that deal was struck a long time ago, before the election. This was all, heck, that was done, as a condition of. One of the stories was that Sean had called David one time asking him about something. Are you going to take money from John McCain? He goes, I'm walking out of his office with a check right now. It's incestuous. So we're already screwed. We haven't even started yet. Well, there's a lot of things going on here in Arizona politics, too. Just this last Saturday, they had their county meeting. Now, Maricopa County Republicans, they're probably almost as big as when they have the state convention, and they'll have 1,000 people or more there. Well, there is the, I hate John McCain guy. His name's Haney. And he, I think it's Bob Haney. Haney is just, it's been a big battle going on here. He was a district chair of one of the districts here in north central east Paradise Valley kind of area of Phoenix. And he's always been, definitely puts his effort behind unseating John McCain, certainly not have his crew take over the Republican Party. Well, we exposed this last year when there was this Ron Paul invasion of all these supporters becoming precinct committeemen and so on. A lot of them have kind of left. They're like, yeah, okay, we see how this is going, because they were controlling the party. So what did they do? They took control of the party outside of the party. They kind of created this liberty funding thing. You give us money and it goes straight to them in a contract we did, and they rule and run, and precinct committeemen don't have anything to do with it. It's already done deal. I'm going, you guys know that they're doing this, right? Because they were having the voice conference call between all these guys between Christmas and New Year's of last year. Not this immediate last week, but I mean a year ago. And we just highlighted it on Freedom's Phoenix. We got the reports and, the budget and all that kind of, we put it up. And we said, we've seen this before. FYI, well, that caused a little storm there. Ernie's bad. Why? Was he lying? No, you're not supposed to share such things. Well, so the party, it doesn't matter who's in charge or whatever. But Haney, I think he became the county chairman, and we'll see how that plays out. Because a lot of states, you have kind of caucusing and the precinct committeemen and the members, the people that care, go and they will vote who can and can't do what, and who can even be candidates. Here in Arizona, all you got to do is you file as whatever. Hitler can be a libertarian, and he goes and files his petition signatures with the Secretary of State. Boom, they're on the ballot. And then they go, well, look at this guy the libertarians have. And we're going, hey, man, talk to Secretary of State. We didn't have anything to do with that. Well, we've had a lot of great, David Nolan, bless his soul, he just died here a couple months ago. And it was right after the election. And he was able, his last activist effort, he was able to run against John McCain. And he was involved in a couple of debates, and he did great. He just did the libertarian thing, and, and for all we know, he won. How the heck do we know? I don't trust the election process anyway. But he did well, and he probably got the highest percentage. He got more of a percentage than I did. I ran against McCain in 2004, and Dave was very pleased that he got the highest one. I'm like, you win, man. So it was, of course, I didn't spend any money, but what happened is it injected the libertarian philosophy into this race. But to what end? These guys are going to do what they're going to do anyway. And the deals are struck a long time ago. Who's going to make the deal? Who is eligible to even be elected? Then they elect you using whatever means. So that's where we're at. I don't have any hope for what's going to happen to Arizona. And I'll guarantee the congressional delegation headed by Trent Franks, of all people, Mr. Medicare D, trillions of dollars of entitlement obligation. I mean, that was a biggie. That was a big, giant, oh my goodness, socializing up. And they were going on about, the Democrat and Obamacare and everything. Seriously? The Bush administration did their damage, extraordinaire. Now, we have him leading the delegation, which means what? Well, I don't know. You get your command orders from, you're a freshman, you just do what you're told thing, or we got election 2 years, you don't get to play no mo. Well, Schweikert's making sure he gets to play. He brought all of Shattuck's guys over. Shattuck gets to be a senior fellow over at the Goldwater Institute. We'll talk about that with the Goldwater Institute attorney Monday. But the thing that I'm really concerned with is what are they going to do with the economy? What are they going to do? Extend the debt ceiling? Yes. Did you think they wouldn't? And we have the Republicans in charge. And Sean was saying that at the Maricopa County convention is that every speaker up there, they got a big, giant, shiny badge. And it's Tea Party. Tea Party, Tea Party, Tea Party, Tea Party. Now, a lot of these guys, they were against the Tea Party, certainly when it was more influenced by Dr. Paul rhetoric. They had to purge that. So I'm really interested to see how the Pauls try and negotiate all this to actually get something done. I'm not hopeful. I'm much more concerned with us just breathing in and out, us surviving this thing, because I don't see it salvageable, or that it even should be. So that's where we're at on that. Well, let's go ahead and talk about my conversation with a talk show host out of Dallas-Fort Worth this morning. I made it clear that I'm not going to do anything that's not live. I'll go on progressive, whatever, bring it on, as long as it's live. Well, I wouldn't do CNN, MSNBC, Fox, any of these local meetings. No, is it live? Then I'm not doing it. Because I know they don't even ask the right questions. They don't even know what's going on. They have no concept of what is really happening here and how it's going to be used. And we have a gentleman named Brad Freeman from bradblog.com. He and I overlap on a lot of election fraud issues. Now, he fills in for Mike Malloy, a progressive talk show host, and he does a good job. I mean, he gives his perspective and so on. He has me on, when the Obama came and we had our guns out there doing the radio show and all that. He wanted to get Ernie on and give his spiel. So I do that live. And he comes on the show, and we'll try and get him on next week or two. And the one thing that he really emphasized, he goes, you guys are all worried about, Obama's not going to take your guns. Obama doesn't have a anti-gun fetish. Obama's not, no. Why are you guys all complaining about he's not going to do that? Yeah, well, maybe. Here it comes. Now, the one thing that they have legislation out, they want to do to where no one with a firearm can get anywhere within 1,000 feet of a congressman. And I'm going, what, a law? You think a criminal is going to go with bad intent? He's going to go, oh, I can't do that. There's a law. Wow. When we come back, I'll go ahead and play the segment that I did with radio talk show host Rich Hancock out of Dallas-Fort Worth radio station there. And hopefully you'll be entertained and informed. And I was nice, but we got our position across. You stay right there. We'll get right to that when we come back. This is Ernest Hancock. I'm publisher of freedomsphoenix.com and the radio talk show host of Declare Your Independence. Now, I want to give you my personal endorsement of a wealthy U.S. citizen that is predicting that in 2011, we will witness the most important day in America in more than 50 years. He's produced a video for you. It's a real eye-opener, and I want to make sure that you have an opportunity to watch it. www.endofamerica, the numbers 1 and 7.com. Endofamerica17.com. This video has the history of how we got where we are now and where we're going and why. Now, it's a lengthy video. It'll be about 20 minutes, but you need to watch this so you understand what's going to happen to this country and how you can protect your wealth and even benefit financially. Now, you go there. It's free. I want you to watch this video. You need to have this information so that you can survive the economic collapse that's coming to America. It's not if, it's when. That's End of America, the numbers 1 and 7.com. After you watch it, you'll understand why I endorse it.